UK, a mother will have 2.4 children over the course of her rather average 78.5 years. These children will be fed, clothed, educated, and receive free healthcare. Travel 4,000 miles to Uganda, and the story is very different. Uganda is home to 2 million orphans, and its children are just as likely to be used for child labor as they are to be educated. Their mothers will mourn the death of 3 of their 9.7 children. Buganda is the largest of the traditional kingdoms in Uganda. This area accounts for 16.9% of the country's population. Kampala, the capital of Uganda, is home to 1.4 million people and has some of the poorest slums in Africa. These slums have developed because of rural to urban migration. People come to Kampala in search of a better life, but rarely find it. Historically, Uganda has been agriculturally successful, with perfect conditions for continuous cultivation, plenty of lakes to fish and land to farm. However, low production and productivity levels pose major challenges in maintaining export revenues. Uganda is struggling to feed its ever-expanding child population.
The children themselves are malnourished due to a totally unbalanced diet. This country is so rich, everything you put in the soil will grow here. But the Ugandans are full of traditions. They don't know vegetables and they don't eat vegetables. Children don't get vitamins, don't get minerals. We are facing a major effort in behavioral change of the people here. Otherwise, the rural areas will not flourish. Otherwise, people will not stay in the rural areas but flee to the towns.
Many of the people who flee rural towns for urban areas end up in places like the slums of Kampala. Most of its residents live in 1- or 2-roomed houses, sharing with up to 12 family members. Dwellings lack sanitation, drainage, and are prone to flooding. Disease is rife in these slums. The city's sewage runs freely throughout the slum and mixes with the water that children walk in, play in, and bathe in. It is estimated that 39% of Kampala's residents live in absolute poverty. The level of unemployment within the slums is 43%. Those who do work hope for a better life for their children as they struggle to educate them on insufficient wages. The average salary in Uganda is £15 a month. Because of the lack of access to education in Uganda, over 50% of children are forced to work in child labor. Parents firstly can't afford to send them, and secondly, they need them to work to bring in money for the family. There are food shortages looming in the capital, and famine is already hitting Uganda's poorest areas. The people of Uganda need the help and tools to regenerate their lives and their country. They need to be educated in how to make their country profitable and learn about sustainability. The ACU has opened a centre in Mityana that provides children from the local community with a safe and caring environment. The centre gives them a place where they can go to be children, to play, sing, read and be educated free of charge.
These children come from very difficult backgrounds, and when they come here, you observe how they behave, and so you wanted to implant into them through teaching, through music, through drama, some of these core values like love, like self-respect, like sharing. What we are doing here is empowering children. We are helping them to really understand who they are. We are giving them an opportunity to play like children, to learn like children, to discover themselves, so that as they grow up, then they'll be better able to appreciate themselves and maybe perform better than other children who are growing up in very miserable conditions.
The ACU Centre provides children with the essential things their parents simply can't afford. Children of all ages can come to the centre and be educated free of charge by qualified teachers paid for by the centre. They are taught basic English and math from a very young age. Although the teachers have basic equipment and resources to teach, to be able to teach children who would otherwise have no education is a great achievement for the ACU. Aside from education, the centre provides the children with an environment where they can interact with others. They have toys to play with, which they don't have at home. Something so simple as a safe environment where children can play like children can make the world of difference to their lives. The centre is still in its infancy, but as more and more people find out about the good work that's being done, it's growing day by day. The centre provides young adults with musical equipment for them to use to create music projects. They've also been given football kits and have created a team at the ACU. This has encouraged more youths to volunteer, bringing children of all ages together. An internet cafe has been built where computer lessons are offered free of charge. This access to information can aid the education and development of the entire community. However, there is so much more to be done. The centre is just one building that serves one community. There could and should be a place like this in every community in Uganda and throughout Africa. With more funding, the ACU could help more children just like they're doing in Mityana, provide them with clothing, with better educational material and equipment. They want more land to grow food, where they can teach children about the importance of a balanced diet and provide them with at least one meal a day. In turn, educating this generation about living off the land and being self-sufficient will help future generations. Projects like this are what is needed to ease the famine across Uganda. The children at the centre are happy, educated, loved and safe, but these are just some of the children in Mityana. They are just the beginning. With more help, the ACU Foundation could do so much more to change children's lives forever.
Bye-bye, mister. See you tomorrow. Okay. Dingy don't go, we are on our way. Bye-bye, mister. See you tomorrow. Dingy don't go, we are on our way. Bye-bye, mister. See you tomorrow. Again. Dingy don't go, we are on our way. Bye-bye, Jesus. See you tomorrow. Again. Dingy don't go, we